I smelled like her dead brother, literally. I was half naked on an exam table, clutching my shirt, when the nurse looked at me and whispered, "Why do you smell exactly like my brother who died last year?" Yeah, that was the first thing Nurse Stella said to me after listening to my heartbeat. I thought I misheard, but her face, she looked like she'd seen a ghost. Her whole body tensed, eyes wide, mouth slightly open. I was just there for the dumb college health screening every senior at my university has to do before registering for fall classes. Basic stuff, blood pressure, weight, reflex check. Instead, I got a front row seat to someone mentally unraveling right in front of me. Stella backed up like I had pulled a knife. Her clipboard slipped from her hand and hit the floor with a loud smack. She stared at me, at my chest specifically, like it wasn't mine. "That's impossible," she muttered. Then she said the name, Tyler. Apparently that was her brother, 19 years old when he died in a hiking accident. She said I smelled exactly like him. Not just the cologne, I don't wear cologne, but his actual scent, his natural smell. It's identical. That's when things got weird. She walked out, didn't even finish the exam. I sat there frozen, shirtless, feeling like I was about to be arrested or abducted. I heard her outside the room making rapid calls, whispering things like match, impossible sample, and verify date of death. 20 minutes later, she came back, pale as paper, holding a folder that looked more like a legal case file than a student chart. She sat down slowly, holding eye contact like she was afraid I'd vanish if she blinked. "Do you remember being hospitalized 6 months ago?" she asked. "No," I said. "Never been in a hospital in my life." She flipped the folder open. Inside were pages of medical records, my name, my college ID, and a hospital admission from 6 months ago. It said I'd been found unconscious outside a grocery store after a severe allergic reaction. Emergency dermal grafting, sedation, tissue transplant. None of that happened. I told her again. I had no memory of any of it. She didn't look surprised, just incredibly sad. Then she explained everything. After her brother Tyler died, he became a donor. Organs, skin, bone, his tissues were preserved in a donor program. Standard stuff. Except, she said, the hospital had recently launched a private experimental program involving advanced dermal integration techniques, a fancy way of saying unauthorized skin grafts. I wasn't having an allergic reaction 6 months ago. I'd been abducted, sedated, and used as a test subject for one of these procedures. They'd taken Tyler's skin, his actual biological tissue, and grafted it onto my chest and arms. The reason I healed with no scars? The skin wasn't mine. It was his. The smell? The one that triggered Stella's recognition? That wasn't a coincidence. It was his DNA, his chemical scent, his literal identity attached to my body without my knowledge. That's not even the worst part. Stella had been investigating inconsistencies in donor files for months. Her brother's tissues were being used way more than legally allowed. She found 5 other students at my college who had received parts of Tyler. One had grafts on their face. Another had his corneal tissue. All of them had blackouts during the same time window. All of them had matching ER records involving emergencies they didn't remember. We were test subjects in a high-level, off-the-books medical experiment. Drugged, cut open, stitched with someone else's body. None of us consented. Stella told me she was going public with the info, that she needed my testimony to blow the lid off the entire operation. But I didn't sleep that night, or the night after. I looked up Tyler, found his obituary. His face was just like mine. Same bone structure, same hair. It was uncanny. I went down a rabbit hole, found a Reddit account that had belonged to him. Same kind of music, same book preferences. He'd even taken the same major I had. I don't know how far this thing goes. I don't know who else I'm carrying, but I know this. I wasn't picked at random.